What is up, guys? EJ here, aka Puckbond007, and welcome to the Movie Reviewers 100, this great collaboration channel on YouTube and Facebook that I'm proud to be a part of. So this week is Dwayne The Rock Johnson week. Of course, The Rock used to be a college football player at Miami, I believe, and then went on to become a WWE superstar in the late 90s, early 2000s. And then, of course, now he's a sort of bona fide action movie star, also stars in family comedies. Yeah, he's a fun guy, The Rock. Enjoyed him when he was a wrestler, when I used to watch wrestling. And he's fun in action movies, and yeah, he's doing a lot of good stuff over the last few years, especially. I thought he was great in Pain and Gain from last year. I thought he was absolutely hilarious in that film, in fact. But the film I'm going to talk about today is sort of a ways back, and it is Walking Tall from 2004. It's a remake of a 1973 film. Joe Don Baker starred in the original. The remake is directed by Kevin Bray. He hasn't done many other films, but he's done a lot of television. He, in fact, got his start doing music videos, most notably for Whitney Houston. But he's directed a lot of TV since he directed Walking Tall. And he's recently worked on shows like White Collar and Suits in recent years. But Walking Tall, of course, stars The Rock as a special forces veteran returning from the war after 8 years, and he comes back to his hometown, sort of a nice rural northwestern town, probably somewhere in Oregon or Washington. The Rock is coming home. He comes home to greet his family, and he just sort of wants to relax and unwind, and he's been away for a long time, and he comes home to find the town is very different. He meets his old friend played by Johnny Knoxville, of course. This is a film, I believe it was produced by, I want to say, well, it's produced by WWE Films. Okay, I thought maybe it was MTV Films. But Johnny Knoxville, of course, from Jackass. He plays his buddy in this film. And early on in the film, he's greeted by sort of his old high school rivals, buddies, if you like. And they're led by Neil McDonough, who plays the villain in this film, Jay Hamilton. And they have this sort of rough and tumble football game in the park. And that's The Rock's sort of welcome home present. Very rough football game out in the park. But then the film sort of gets a bit more serious after that. The Rock has learned that the local mill, the wood mill, has been closed down. It was the primary source of revenue for the town, but it's been closed down for a while. And now the new main source of revenue is from a casino, which is run by Neil McDonough's character, Jay Hamilton. So he invites The Rock over to have a sort of a party and unwind after this football game. And so The Rock and a few of his buddies, including Johnny Knoxville, go to the casino and go there to have a good time, gamble and hook up with hot women and stuff. But things get a little testy when The Rock is playing craps, and he sees that one of the dealers is sort of playing with loaded dice. And then he gets in a big scuffle with security. There's a big fight. And then a few of Jay Hamilton's thugs, his security detail, take The Rock in the back and rough him up pretty good. They actually cut him up and leave him for dead. And then later on, after The Rock spent some time at home recovering from his injuries, he sort of goes to the sheriff and says, hey, I want to file charges against the casino and the guys who work there. But the sheriff, of course, is sort of in bed with the casino and Jay Hamilton, so he does nothing. So The Rock takes things into his own hands. He's not going to let it stand, and probably up comes my favorite moment in the film is when he grabs one of the 2x4s that he's been working with, this big wooden, big piece of wood, basically a 2x4, grabs it out of his truck and sort of storms into the casino and beats up the hell out of all the security guards, throws the piece of wood right through the glass where Jay Hamilton is standing watching what's going on. And then there's a weird sort of scene where The Rock goes on trial. Charges are brought on him after he sort of goes wild in this casino and attacks everybody. But the townspeople find him innocent, of course, because they know the town has a lot of problems, and it's sort of because of this casino. They're running drugs out of the casino. All the kids are on drugs, and The Rock sees what's going on, and the people in the town know what's going on. Basically, Jay Hamilton runs this town, and he doesn't do it by very legal means. So The Rock says, "Hey, if you let me go, I'm gonna run for sheriff, and I'm gonna clean up this town," which is exactly what happens. Yeah, there's a cool scene after that. After he becomes sheriff, he fires all the deputies, the previous guys who worked under the old sheriff, and he hires Johnny Knoxville as his only deputy, and then he goes after Jay Hamilton and his crew, basically. And then, of course, Jay Hamilton strikes back, and there's a great scene while they're in the sheriff's office. The Rock is hooking up with the former stripper who used to work at the casino, played by Ashley Scott, and yeah, they're having a nice evening, and then guys show up with machine guns, basically, and blow the hell out of the sheriff's office. That's a cool scene. So yeah, it's a pretty simple, straightforward sort of action movie. The Rock comes into town, cleans it up, becomes the sheriff, kicks a lot of ass. It's a fun performance by The Rock. It's not a great film by any means. Walking Tall from 2004 for Dwayne The Rock Johnson week. Fun actor. Yeah, good action star, and really good in the Fast and the Furious films of recent years. I especially liked him in Fast 5. I thought he was great in that. And like I said, I thought he was terrific in Pain and Gain. So look out for the other guys' videos this week. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson week. And thanks for watching as always. And until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.